I was abruptly awakened by a combination of the thunderous rain outside and the bustle and commotion downstairs. It was 5:30 in the morning, and my family was beginning to manually siphon water from a basement inundated with 6 inches of water. Hurricane Irene had taken a devastating toll on our home. Our basement and kitchen were flooded, several trees were downed, and the power was out. Living in New Jersey for most of my life, I had never really experienced a hurricane. Hence, I was stunned by the extent of the storm's damage. Due to the lack of electricity, water service to the house was also cut off. Without water, life was different. Simple tasks such as flushing the toilet and taking a shower were now impossible to do. Most importantly, however, there was no water coming from the tap to drink. As the morning progressed, the intensity of the storm began to die down. By midday, the weather had become so tranquil that it seemed as if it were just another August afternoon. However, the situation inside the house was a nightmare. Even though the water had stopped rising, our efforts to drain the basement were futile. There was just too much water in the basement. Later that night, I sat in my candlelit kitchen and began to ponder about the harshness of my situation. My frustrations led me to question what the true value of water was. Looking back today, I have come to understand that there is no real answer to this question. Every individual has their own conception. Had I been in a less dire situation, my value of water would clearly have been different. No matter what the actual value is, the importance of clean, usable water is indisputable. Although I was surrounded by water that August afternoon, none of it could be put for good use. After reading an article about the water struggles in the village of Konso, Ethiopia, I was appalled by the differences in water usage between Americans and the villagers of Konso. While the average American uses around 100 gallons of water per day, the villagers of Konso manage to survive using a mere 2.5 gallons of water per day. While American women enjoy the same social rights as men, the women of Konso were forced into the shackles of water slavery. I realized that these people struggled every day to obtain something that I could get by simply turning on a tap. As a result, my personal value of water has dramatically upshifted. Water to me isn't just the stuff that comes out of the tap anymore. It's an extremely valuable resource that I am fortunate to be able to easily access, and it's something that most certainly needs to be conserved. Although not everyone can help those 900 million people around the world who don't have access to clean drinking water, society can do its part by conserving it.